Project Tiger was a very important initiative to conserve the population of tigers in India. It came up in 1973. Project Tiger came up in 1973, and the objective was to prevent the population of tigers from going extinct. So, and it gave very fruitful results. The fruitful results were in terms of, like, in 2006, the total number of tiger population was nearly 1400, and it increased to more than 3600 in 2022. That itself, it speaks a lot about this Project Tiger, under which a network of tiger reserves were given. Initially 9 tiger reserves, and gradually it kept on expanding. Today there are 58 tiger reserves. Now this article by Supriya Sahu, it actually talks about a new initiative that we will be discussing in a while. But the irony is that we focused on conserving tigers. That's true. Focused on conserving tigers. But in this conservation effort, there is an irony that tiger population has increased a lot beyond the capacity of our protected areas. And this increased population of tigers has led to tiger-human conflict. So isn't it irony that you thought to conserve the population of tigers with the promoting some protected areas, tiger reserves, but what happened is that your tiger population has increased to such an extent that your protected areas now remain insufficient, and there is an increased human tiger conflict. So that's a very big irony. Now you should understand this, that why this tiger conflict, human conflict is happening. Suppose there are certain protected areas, tiger reserves in the country, and tiger is a territorial carnivore. Tiger is a territorial carnivore. It sets each tiger sets its own territory, and suppose this tiger reserve can accommodate only 10 tigers. Some other tiger reserve can 50, some 100. But due to continued conservation efforts, there are chances that the tiger population across the tiger reserves will keep on growing. And if it keeps on growing, then because tigers are territorial carnivore, the tigers will start venturing out. Right? They will venture out because the protected area, the tiger reserve, will get saturated because of the increasing tiger population. So they will venture out. Where will they venture out? They will venture out in the nearby areas, and the nearby areas are human settlements, villages. Because of this venturing out, this tiger-human conflict is coming. That means tigers are coming in contact with humans. So obviously humans will get frightened. They will try to kill tigers. Tigers will try to kill humans or their assets like cows, buffaloes, cattle. So this is a human-tiger conflict. That is being, you can think in this way, that this tiger-human conflict is coming out because of the success of our Project Tiger that started in 1973. Now, what the government is doing for this? Because now this is you can say, an unexpected outcome of this Project Tiger, conservation of tiger efforts. So government has come up with a initiative called Tigers Outside Tiger Reserves, TOTR initiative. It is called Tigers Outside Tiger Reserve Initiative. This TOTR initiative, this is an important scheme. This TOTR initiative, it is being implemented by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. This ministry is implementing TOTR initiative. This, how they are like, as the name suggests, the objective is to conserve the population of tigers outside the tiger reserve. The tigers outside the tiger reserve, conserving or preventing the human tiger conflict. How it seeks to do this? So there are basically 2 pillars. What are the 2 pillars? First, it seeks to reduce the human tiger conflict. First, it seeks to reduce human-tiger conflict. How you can reduce the human-tiger conflict? Very easy. You need to have very efficient rescue teams. The moment you come to know that a tiger has ventured into human settlement, the rescue team should respond quickly. So there should be a quick response team, and also they should be skilled, and there should be proper information available how to rescue and how to take up the tiger beyond that conflict region. What else you can do? You can work on long-term coexistence. Long-term coexistence. We should understand that tiger and humans both are part of the ecosystem, and you cannot focus on conserving either of these. You should be focusing on conserving all of these. So how can you focus on long-term coexistence? We need to promote awareness among the villagers, awareness among the people that okay, tigers are like part of the ecosystem. Not only awareness, you should improve the skill set. How to handle situation when a tiger comes near to them. You need to have early warning system. Like a tiger is coming to the human settlement, you need to use some drone technology, AI, or you can use some GPS enabled system, whatever you can do, and you broadcast that tiger is venturing out. All the villagers should remain in home or should take care of themselves, and a rescue team can be advanced to those regions. So based on these two pillars, this TOTR initiatives seeks to conserve the tiger population outside tiger reserves, and the ultimate objective is to reduce tiger-human conflict. So this is a very recent article related to a scheme that came up in today's The Hindu. Now we'll move to our next article. That article is also related to environment. It actually relates to Western Ghats. So Western Ghats eco-sensitive zone. This has been a very burning issue for a very long time. So what is happening is that first you should understand what is Western Ghats. Western Ghats. Here is a brief or broad map of India. So Western Ghats will be across the western region of the country. Which states will be over here? Broadly Gujarat, then Maharashtra, then Goa, then also you can say Karnataka, Kerala, and some parts of Tamil Nadu as well. Now these Western Ghats are very ecologically biodiverse, ecologically sensitive, biodiverse. These are ecologically sensitive and biodiverse regions, and simultaneously these are also very rich in minerals, very high potential of power generation, and also very decent tourism potential. Now here comes the conflict, the well-known conflict of development versus environment protection. This is a very well-known conflict. You must have studied in environment as well, static part as well, that if you go on promoting development, the environment protection will be at stake. And if you keep focusing entirely on environment protection, there are chances that development will go on a backtrack. It will go back off. So what is happening that if you go on extracting the minerals, if you go on generating power, if you go on promoting tourism, there are chances that the environment of this region will get negatively impacted. How? Because of pollution, because of waste generation due to tourism. So the vocal people say that there should be balance of these. That's why the concept of sustainable development that you must have studied. Now the vocals are of both the sides. Some people say development is important, some others say environment protection is important. So development is on both the sides. Now, balancing this is very important. How you are going to balance this development and environmental protection, that is a major concern of the policymakers. So, how to develop? So, they came up with the idea called ecologically sensitive area. It is called ESA. They came up with the ecologically sensitive area. They say that suppose this entire stretch is Western Ghats, then you need not stop development project throughout the Western Ghats. There must be a core region of Western Ghats. There must be some core regions of Western Ghats which are more biologically diverse, which are more ecologically sensitive in comparison to other areas. So this concept of ESA says that you should be, or we should be, focusing on conserving these areas and not the entire Western Ghats region. If you conserve the core regions, then obviously your environmental protection objective is being met, and in the remaining areas you can go ahead with regulated development initiatives. So both the objectives can be met. Very decent suggestion, very decent idea it was. But here comes the next problem, that who will decide how much area is to be declared ESA? Someone will say 5,000 square kilometers, someone will say 10,000 square kilometers. Who will decide how much area should be ESA? That became the burning topic around a decade ago, more than a decade ago. So in 2011, government came with Madhav Gadgil report. This Madhav Gadgil report came up was in 2011. It came up with a suggestion that nearly 129,000 square kilometer 129,000 square kilometer region of the Western Ghats should be declared as ESA. That itself is a very big thing. Such a huge area to be declared as ESA means developmental projects, tourism, mining, mineral extraction, power generation should be banned or highly regulated in those regions. Then the vocals of development side started saying this is very huge. Then another committee was constituted. It was K. Kasturi Rangan committee. This committee said that nearly 6,000 square kilometer can be declared as ESA. So it reduced the area from nearly by 37%, from 129,000 to 60,000. Okay. So now the government has to issue some notification to declare this particular region, which region to be ESA and which region is out of ESA. So government started issuing draft notification for further suggestions, because you cannot declare this area as in a rough way. You will have to demarcate which village, which district, right, which river, which mountain. You will have to demarcate each and every aspect. Then only this ESA can be fruitfully or can effectively be demarcated. So here can several issues. If government comes up with a draft notification, if comes up with a draft ESA, then there are people giving suggestions that this village should not be marked, this village should not be marked. Still, and there are other states as well. Kerala is saying my ESA in my state should not go beyond 10,000 square kilometers. So lots of other issues have been there. That's why this ESA is yet to be notified properly in India, and thus these Western Ghats region are still remaining unprotected. Now recently government has come up with another draft notification. This draft notification of the government, the latest one, declares that nearly 57,000 square kilometer should be declared at ESA. And it says that these states like Karnataka should be having nearly 20,000, Maharashtra 17,000, Kerala less than 10,000, Tamil Nadu less than 7,000, Goa 1,400, and Gujarat 450 square kilometers. So the government has came up with a draft notification, saying that nearly 57,000 square kilometer can be demarcated at ESA, and it has sought suggestions from other stakeholders, villagers, communities, and let's see to what extent it progresses and when this ecologically sensitive area of Western Ghats gets notified. Now we will move to another article from today's Hindu. This article is related to dengue. Dengue virus, you have been studying recently. A vaccine also got approved. So dengue जो the virus is, the disease, dengue, it caused because of mosquito borne virus. This article is about the multiple strains of this dengue virus. Now you should understand what is this strain, what it strains means. Consider strains as different flavors, different you can say versions, right? Different varieties of this dengue virus. Different varieties of dengue virus which are genetically different. So there are four strains: 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. All these actually cause dengue. The ultimate cause of the disease is same. They are causing dengue, but the virus that cause the dengue, all these 4 viruses are genetically different from each other. And this is the major concern that is coming up these days, that dengue initially used to be where it used to happen mostly in urban areas during monsoon periods. Now it is switching to rural areas as well. It is from monsoon, it is now spreading across the year, throughout the year. So these are the major concerns. And now there are more than one strains of dengue, and the vaccines that whatever we are building, we have not yet built a vaccine that can fight all the 4 strains of dengue virus. So if we have built a vaccine for dengue virus 1, strain 1, and someone is getting injected with that vaccine of dengue 1, but if that person gets infected with dengue 2, then this vaccine won't work. So these are the emerging issues. So this recent study was conducted by this Indian Council of Medical Research. It's a virus research diagnostic laboratory, VRDL of ICMR, conducted a research study, and it said that all the 4 types of dengue virus serotypes are circulating together in several parts of the country. So these are the 4 serotypes. Serotypes having different strains. Strains means different versions, different varieties, which are genetically different from each other. And all these 4 serotypes are circulating throughout the country in different parts of the country. And this dengue2 remain the predominant serotype. So what is important here is that you should understand the meaning of serotype. UPSC may ask you a question regarding what is the serotype. In prelims, they may give a statement that different serotypes of dengue virus are genetically similar. That will be wrong, because different strains genetically different. That is the correct. That would be the correct statement. But UPSC may create confusion for you. So this serotype, the concept behind serotype is important. All the 4 strains are being found in India. That is also important. And in India, we don't have a vaccine, vaccine for dengue in universal immunization program. Another important fact that you should remember regarding this is that there was a vaccine called. This vaccine has been approved to be used to prevent dengue in India very recently, and India is working on indigenous vaccine candidates, and these research are in advanced stages. The concern over here is that Vaccine effectiveness varies against different dengue strains, as we discussed over here. Then dominant serotype could influence both outbreak intensity and vaccine performance. Challenge here is you should have vaccine that can effectively tackle all the serotypes, all the strains. If you're not having that, if you are having a vaccine only tackle one serotype, then that will create a problem if other serotypes also infect the same person or other persons as well. So this dengue related serotype vaccine, this was an important topic from today's Dahindu.